Hi, I'm Jenny Frison, and you're watching The Comic Vet.
Hello Comic Army, my name is Chris the Comic Vet. I hope this video finds you safe and well. Well, I'm back from Retro Rocket Comics. It's a beautiful day here in Ontario. It's 29 degrees Celsius, which is about 84 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty warm. Now, I have a couple books from hot off the press, the pressing company that I use that's in Cambridge, Ontario. Scott has done a great job with a number of books. I've got two big books for you to take a look at that are now returned, along with my new Comic Book Day haul, what's in my pull box. So let's take a look first at the books that have come back from the cleaning and the pressing. The first one is really a 9/8 candidate. It's Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1. Now, just to look at this, Scott mentioned that there wasn't that much that actually needed to be done with it, as it was a good copy to begin with, but anything to get it to that 9/8 stratosphere. This book just looks gorgeous. All the corners are nice. The spine is just perfect. Yeah, I got a good deal for this just before the book exploded during the COVID bubble. So I'm happy to have this in my collection. And the next time I'm close to CGC, I'm dropping this off to get graded. The other book is a book that I picked up at Heroes Con. I'll link the video at the end of this one so you can check out when I picked this book up. But this is Aquaman issue 42 from back in the day. This gorgeous cover where they removed the trade dress and incorporated the trade dress into the artwork itself. It's better known as the second appearance of Black Manta, and it is incredible. It is so much cleaner and brighter, as you can tell. The color is really vibrant now. Now, the book itself is not going to grade high. Maybe a 3 to a 4 at best. There's just way too many color breaking spine ticks. You got a little bit of dog earing happening on the corners and stuff. I'll see if I can get it a little bit closer. You can see some of those color breaking spine ticks. Now, I'm not sure if this is a book I'll actually end up getting slabbed. Maybe. However, I'm really glad that I decided to go with Scott from Hot Off the Press to have it cleaned up, because what a difference he's really made with this. Again, like I mentioned, look at the colors. They are just gorgeous. It's one of those few books where the trade dress is incorporated into the artwork, kind of like that Swamp Thing from the 80s. I'll put a copy of it right there. That is a book I'll eventually start chasing as well. But yeah, Scott, if you see this video, good job, my man. Good job. Now, my LCS, yours LCS, everyone's favorite Canadian LCS, is Retro Rocket Comics. And Chris, every so often, the owner of Retro Rocket Comics, by the way, do me a favor and subscribe to all their social media platforms across the entire internet. Every so often, Chris just gifts me a book. Now, I do good business with Chris, I'll be honest, but every so often he's kind of blows my mind. And he knows I'm a fan of Josh Middleton, who actually had the opportunity to briefly meet at Heroes Con. And I mention that because Middleton lives in Japan. So if you ever get the opportunity to meet him at a con that's local to you, make sure you stop by and say hello, because he doesn't come to North America all that often for convention appearances. But Chris gifted me this gorgeous Red Sonja Middleton incentive variant. I don't know the number of this particular Red Sonja issue, but it is gorgeous. There's so much little detail there. Apologies about the glare, but as you can see, Middleton did a terrific job with his take on Red Sonja here. So Chris, thanks again. So let's take a look what was actually in my pull box. So as always on this channel, we start with the franchise, and that is, of course, the Amazing Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man Annual issue number 1. It's introducing the storyline of the Infinity Watch, which I believe is something that's going to be crossing over all the annuals that Marvel's going to be putting out this summer. And also it says here, The Death Stone Saga Chapter 2 from Derek Landy and Sarah Pichelli. Pichelli is one of those that had a hand in the creation of Miles Morales, at least with Ultimate Follow issue number 4. So there we go. And yeah, this Spider-Man has a little bit of of a Larson take, I think, on the cover there. Very nice. Next one up is the return of Kari Andrews with Spider-Man Reign. There's a sequel miniseries now, Spider-Man Reign 2, which is basically Old Man Peter Parker. And apparently this story is going to be introducing Miles Morales into this world. So I went with this particular cover. I believe this is just a normal cover A. Sometimes you just need the cover A. So Spider-Man Reign issue number 2. And going into the Comic Army giveaway box, which is something that's done the first Wednesday of every month for those that join the Comic Army by becoming channel members. And by the way, there are 2 tiers for you to select from if you decide to become a channel member. The first book that's going to be going into the Comic Army box is this very cool Scotty Young variant for Spider-Man Reign issue 2. So I know there's a lot of Scotty Young fans out there, and his stuff often sells out. So I was lucky to get a copy of this. It's going into the Comic Army box. And speaking of Miles Morales, I went with Miles Morales cover A for issue 22. Cody Sigler is doing a very good job. This is a Blood Hunt tie-in, so looking forward to getting into this. I do feel that even today, Miles Morales still has the best Spider-Man story, pound for pound, in Marvel Comics. Better than ASM, better than Spider-Man, better than, I can't say the Spider-Man Reign because I haven't read it yet, but Miles has the best stories right now. The stories are even better than this one. Not to say that this is bad. It's actually pretty interesting right now. So this is the cover A for Venom issue 35, Legacy 235 from Al Ewing. And I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Now let's switch gears and get into the independents. I have Void Rivals issue number 10. Very cool. World Tree issue 11. So there's a lot going on this cover, isn't there? World Tree 11. Now it's time for cover of the week. So cover of the week, like often, belongs to David Nakayama. And his take on Poison Ivy for issue 24 is just gorgeous. It's not overly sexualized. However, she's a little busty. But it's just a gorgeous cover. It's not one of those negative space. There is a lot of detail in the background with the flowers. Yes, there's flowers. And there's also skulls in there too. But Poison Ivy 24, for me, is definitely cover of the week. And yeah, great job. Great job, David. I like it. Like everyone else that's going to be putting out a new Comic Book Day haul video, everyone's picked up Batman 150. So I went with just a normal cover A by Jorge Jimenez. This is an Absolute Power tie-in, which also dropped today. So Batman 150, a little bit of an anniversary issue. I thought there was going to be way more covers. They actually didn't go really overboard with the covers for this particular issue. But I do enjoy this particular cover. Jimenez did a great job. And speaking of Absolute Power, as a fan of Amanda Waller, you know that I was going to be picking up this crossover event. So I'm going to be just picking up the Absolute Power miniseries itself, along with any tie-ins to Wonder Woman or Batman, or if there's one that's really, really fascinating when it comes to the Man of Steel, Superman, or Action Comics. And I don't think it's going to be crossing over to Detective Comics. If I'm wrong, please leave a comment. But yeah, Absolute Power, issue 1 of 4. Again, anything with Amanda Waller, you know I'm all over it. And that is what's in my poll box for this week. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Please leave a comment. Do you agree with me with that Nakayama cover, or is there something a little bit better that you saw was more deserving of cover of the week? And let me know what you think of the 2 books that I picked to get clean and pressed by hot off the press. That Batman, or pardon me, the Aquaman Batman. It is so bright and so pretty. Yeah. It took me a couple years to acquire this, but I'm glad it's finally in my PC. Thanks again, everyone. Till we see you next week. Take care.